You can only describe this as an awakening and a moment of pure clarity where everything begins to make sense to you happens, like an epiphany, aha moment. This clarity just comes out of nowhere, it seems. So the noise in your head goes quiet, and you feel connected to something so much bigger than just you. Something bigger, a bigger picture. And you expect that moment to launch you into the next amazing version of your life. And you expect this moment to fill you with fire and passion and this unstoppable energy. And you think, this is it. This is it. This is where my life is going to change, right here. But instead, something strange happens, and the fire kind of goes out, and you start to feel hollow inside. Let's say the career that you've been building all of your life, the relationships that you've been chasing, they all suddenly look like somebody else's dreams. And you wonder why you feel like you don't care about anything anymore. Why do things, not feel like they used to feel? Why don't you get excited about the same things? These things begin to feel like chores or work. And here's what makes it even scarier. You're not sad. You're not depressed, really. You're just empty and hollow. And if that sounds familiar to you, if you're going through anything like this, stay with me, because this video is for you. And what I want you to know is that you are not broken. You're not failing. You're not doing anything wrong in your life. Carl Jung, one of the greatest psychologists in history, studied all of these behaviors in the human psyche. And he saw these patterns, many, many patterns in his patients that were just the type of thing I'm talking about here. And he got to the bottom of and to the root of what is exactly happening and what to do about it, how to navigate this phase of awakening. So people will spend their entire lives working toward a goal and finally achieve it. Working toward a relationship, for example, and finally get it. And then they still have this hollow feeling. It's like they've done everything that they thought they were supposed to do. They've chased the dreams. They've gotten the education. They've built the home with the white picket fence. They have the perfect family. And yet they still feel hollow. And this is sort of a midlife crisis phase. Carl Jung referred to this as this phase too. But here's what happens. You see, when we build a life for the approval of others, and we're not truly building a life based on what our soul wants, there's an emptiness when you actually achieve it. Because you've not built it on listening to your own soul speak and your own inner voice. It's kind of like building something on a shaky foundation of fear. Fear of not being good enough, fear of not being wealthy enough, fear of not measuring up to what your parents want, what your friends want, what society wants. And so when you reach this phase, you can really, really feel lost. So before something authentic can be born, the inauthentic parts of you have to die. They have to die, thus this emptiness and this hollow feeling. So what I'm about to tell you about this is really important, so listen to this closely. You have to walk through this valley of not really having a purpose and not really knowing where you're going. You have to walk through this to birth something truly authentic and magical. You have to be in this phase, and you have to feel this phase. So we don't want to run from the emptiness, and it is easy to do. It is so easy to do. We have to learn to feel. We have to learn to sit still at times and listen to the voice of our own soul, not what anybody else is saying to us, not any of the old programming that has been running in our subconscious on how we're supposed to be or what we're supposed to become. But we have to listen to what our soul is wanting. And it's a very different scenario. So what we're really craving in life is to feel safe, worthy. Those are super important things. And to be seen. That's what we really want. And the safety is huge. So again, we've built this life based on fear. On the motivation has been fear of not fitting in and all these things I've mentioned. So here's what you have to do. It's called conscious waiting. It's tricky. It's not easy to do, but it will get you so far in what your authentic soul really wants for you, and it will set you on the right path as you listen to these questions. In this waiting period, you ask yourself certain questions and you listen for the answers, or you journal for the answers. Just you, nobody else's input, just you, spirit, God, universe, your own soul. And so the biggest question is this: what wants to be born through me? What wants to be born through me? What wants to emerge through me? And you ask yourself this question daily, and you take a certain amount of time, even 5 minutes a day, to ask yourself this and listen. Just listen. Focus on your breath and listen. And you will begin to get information come to you. It may be certain images drop in. It may be certain ideas that you've not thought about. But when you are still, you get information that can't come any other way but through just truly tuning in. So when you sit in your discomfort and you listen for these answers, like I said, it's going to thrust you forward on your spiritual path, and it's going to point you in the direction of what your soul is craving. And it truly, for so many people, it's something that they never really thought about doing. And sometimes there's a lot of irony there. It could be let's say the military sergeant that has been in the military all of his life. He's been a commander. He's been, doing all these things, very structured, very masculine. But what his soul is wanting to do is for him to express through something soft and gentle, like painting or singing or playing an instrument. And the way that you know that you're really on track with these things is because when these ideas come to you, you'll think, I didn't think of that, or I wouldn't have thought of that. And it feels good. It feels good when you think about doing it and expressing this. So when you follow these things that come to you through this discomfort and through asking these questions of what wants to be born through me, your life will take a whole different trajectory. And I'm going to tell you, my friends, I have been in this phase before, and I'm in it again right now. So I am with you. I see you. I understand how this feels. So let's sit in this discomfort and figure out what is it that our soul really wants to birth, really wants to give birth to, so that we can truly step into the next phase of our life, which is phenomenal. Let's do this together. And in the meantime, while you're sitting in your discomfort, I'm going to catch you on my next video. We will loop back and we will talk about this more. Much love to you.